Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come, a cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Blake Corum now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Giving them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Stafford now on third down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A gain of 15 there. And the Rams have the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Stafford now off the play fake. Catch made the right side by Nakua. He works it down to the 37. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To throw, Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. On the quick slant, it finds Adams. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Stafford running again. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
A gain of 12 yards.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Another for Williams. And he gets nothing here. The defense stands strong. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal. Stafford from the gun. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a 4th-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got a man in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Rams add a man to the secondary. 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Going to have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They're quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur and you might even hear a few boo birds.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Rams 1st
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Give to Williams from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And send a receiver left. Back to throw, here's Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Rams.
We've set it downs from 37. First down throw here for Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 11 on that play, and the Rams have the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got a man left. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Williams. And the defense all over this one. Maybe got a yard there as he tried to bounce that one outside. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Stafford from the gun, 3rd down. He finds Adams, complete. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 13-0 lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Falcons nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Gets him on the in route. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And 3 yards is all he's going to get. It's second down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a design run. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game. Drake London with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
All right, so wipe the touchdown away. He did not make the catch. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
I got him, on me.
They pick the handoff now, Stafford. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's sent down right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Stafford back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Cousins now off the play fake. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. pushes them back. Third down coming up.
5-yard loss.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D tackle just got it done.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Finds a man, right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Back deep for the Rams. It's Xavier Smith. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. New set of downs for them from the 31. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
It's a gain of 22
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down. Stafford has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Rams.
All set to go now from the 35. Up the gut they go with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. So 20 yards on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Stafford throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, LA. The Rams take a 20-zip lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21.
21. Falcons, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. They get 23 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Robinson on the inside give. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's across midfield.
A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That one complete to Pitts. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So 1st down from the 41. Running here with Bijan. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jared Verse on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, Robinson. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Here's Cousins now. That one's caught by Mooney. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a Falcon first down.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Cousins out of the pistol here. Finds London on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Complete to number 5, Drake London. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now to give to Bijan. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Now it's Cousins. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Trying to find his tight ends. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
To the air, Cousins. He brings it in. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game.
Falcons 7. Bradley
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. First down throw here for Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Play action now for Stafford. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Rams are set to punt. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. We look underneath here. Robinson. And this gets them well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
10 more yards.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's a give to Robinson. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 33-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. On 1st down, here's Stafford. He goes back to him yet again. Complete.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So first down from the 41. Williams on the carry. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Rams first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Stafford now on first down. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Rams first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard
Sure
line.
seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Screen here for Williams. Crashes through a tackle. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Falcons' 3-yard line.
Stafford now against a blitz. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Falcons take over.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw for Cousins. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Rams take possession of the football.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get more points to end a lopsided first half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams grow their lead yet again.
35, Falcons 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and 10.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So first down from the 41. Cousins. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now it's Cousins. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Out of bounds, just short
I know I
of
could sound like a
midfield.
broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and just 2 to go. He's back to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10.
Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Starting the half with Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. It's a design boot. Finds his back. It's Robinson. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
A loss of 2.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Short pass brought in. This gets the first and more. It's a race down the right side. He could do it. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Robinson. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Ball carrier.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Gonzalez now for the extra point.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Falcons 14.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That finds Adams downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll give it to Williams on the option. They'll cobble together a yard there. David Onyemata there for the stop.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stafford now off the play fake. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Stafford. Dump off, caught by his back. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
A loss of 3.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Stafford throwing again. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only 1 off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead.
Falcons 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. An option give to Robinson. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. 3rd and long for him here. Brought in right side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
They'll send out the punting unit. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. First and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. Screen here for Williams. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for third down. Here he goes, third and long. He finds Adams, complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On the handoff, this is Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man again, it's Adams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
9 yards.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
A run with Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Rams first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Stafford to throw. Connects on the crosser. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and goal. Here's Williams. A Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Stafford back to throw. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams continue adding on to that lead.
Falcons 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Staying with Robinson. And they find them after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Cameron Curl brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
On now comes their punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And he has kept his pace up in the 2nd half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Motion man sent left. Play action now for Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. Again, he's got room. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. And it's one of the records that's always there lurking in the back of your mind whenever a QB's having a really good game, right, partner? And we're just fortunate that we were here to finally see it fall. He's the first ever to throw 8 touchdowns in a single game. Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams tack on 7 more to their lead.
56. Falcons 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Completed over the middle. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Robinson running his own read. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Falcon football, but this late, that lead might be too much for them to overcome. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Robinson again here on 2nd. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Once more, it's Robinson. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
He was brought down at
well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Out of the gun, Cousins. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take 7 points off the deficit.
Falcons 21.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion.
To kick off.
Whittington now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Set up the screen. Here's Nakua. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
To Puka Nakua. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Third and long, they're going to throw. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This will be a 44-yard look. Mevis able to knock it through. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Mooney will go in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Finds his back, it's Robinson. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To the air, Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Jukes away from one. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its second try tonight. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
On second down, a run with Williams. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up third and very short.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak with Stafford. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Rams first down. A gain of 1 yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll stick with Corum. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. A gain of
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Rams first down.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Corum again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, Rams.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Running the counter, Corum. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.